Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Our guy.
Kevin Hart.
In the building.
Let me start off by saying, fuck you, Kevin.
Damn.
Whoa.
Why you call Kevin Hart?
You bought all your friends' cars, and all my friends were showing me pictures of all day. Like, you see how Kevin really loves his people?
You bought all your friends' cars?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
He bought
Some nice
all of
old
his
school
friends'
cars.
Every last one of them.
But why do you care, Envy?
I love my
You're
team.
not his friend.
Because all my friends were like, you don't care about me like Kevin cares about his friends.
How many friends? I
It's
mean,
a factual statement. It sounds like. I don't know why you would be upset with me. You know, everybody.
So who
maybe
got a car?
people love different.
You
Spank,
get a car.
Naeem,
The whole team.
Wayne.
Everybody.
The whole team.
Damn, Kev.
We it was a tour gift. We finished the tour.
Now, who got the punch buggy?
It's not a punch buggy. It's a Beetle. So Joey is the oldest member of the Plastic Cup Boys, and Joey, his first car was that Beetle, but it's a story behind the Beetle. So the reason why I got old school cars for everybody is because they know I'm a car junkie. So love to drive old school. So they used to see me whenever we got back, and my old schools just comment on them. So I picked their brains for months, just like, if you had one, what would you have? And I got everybody's information. So the story behind Joey and the Beetle, somebody gave that to Joey when Joey didn't have a car. That car is a car that he had on campus. Joey ended up living out of a car at one point, and there was like some synergy between the Beetle being homeless and getting out of that situation, trying to evolve in life. So when he told me, I went and found the best Beetle that I could find, and I gave him a priceless one.
Now, that was dope, man. We commend you for that, man. You really showed your peoples that you love them, man. That was dope.
Well, give us some financial advice, because you a rich nigga. How does that help you with taxes? Is that like a tax write-off of some sort?
It's a gift.
Oh.
It's a gift.
Okay.
It's a tour. It can be a tour expense. It can be a gift.
Got you.
It's not money that's acting as income. I'm taking this money and I'm gifting it to these individuals. And
Well, that
from
was a
those
beautiful
cars,
thing.
That was
they're
beautiful. That
responsible
was
for their
dope, man.
taxes on the cars.
This is amazing.
That was
You know
dope.
what the backlash from that is, though? Do other people say, how come I didn't get a car?
Yeah, gotta be some people on your team that was kind of mad, kind of salty.
I'm part of
People
the
that didn't
team.
make sense, like, the nanny.
But if you never had, if you haven't had a red plastic cup in the past 10 years, you
I
probably-
like old schools. What you talking about? What you talking about? Getting old school? No, look, it was a nice gesture,
Yeah.
but I'm big on I'm big on friendship, and I think those guys have a lot to do with where I am today. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So showing my level of appreciation when I can is a must, and it's something that floored them. I haven't seen them that emotional. Like, yo, when I say crying, like they were
excited.
no crying.
Really?
Who cried the hardest?
John had me rolling. John,
Really?
John, man, you got me fucked up out here, man. Motherfucker, light skin, so he was red, eyes was all. Spank broke down a little bit.
Aw, that's
Naeem,
sweet.
everybody. It was a good moment.
Good.
It was dope.
You know what? I was seeing how hard Kevin Hart works. I went to go see the new movie that you're in that's out right now.
Thank
The
you.
Upside.
Thank you.
And so we were waiting to go out there. I was actually just introducing him. It was a surprise that he was there for the audience. And he had to take a little cat nap. I felt so bad. He just had an espresso. He's been working hard. He fell asleep, and then they were like, okay, time for pictures. He just popped back up. All right, ready, it's hump day. I was like, it's
Power
actually
nap.
Thursday.
Yeah. I didn't even know what day it was. I got up saying hump day. All right. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? She was like, it's Thursday. I said, ain't this a bitch? All right. Let's get it together then. Let's go. No, them cat naps are important, man. But, look, these are the moments where you got to go the hardest, especially when you're on a promo tour. I mean, it's nonstop, especially for me. I fill that day up with endless amounts of promo interviews, and this promo tour has probably been one of the most draining that I've done.
Because they want to talk about everything except for the
Yeah,
movie.
they want to just keep on, dragging this Oscars thing out. So, you got to try to be as patient as you can and smile, be the nice guy, and just shut shit down.
You
at
keep
this
saying
point.
you're not going to talk about it, but every time I see you, it seems like you're talking about
It's
it.
because
help
you
it.
can't. It's not that you're talking about it. You got to understand. Here's what people fail to realize. Media makes things look so fucking big.
Yeah.
So if you go, yo, you're not talking about it. You did 5 interviews earlier that day where you didn't talk about it. And we said, yo, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Now the headline
But then
is
the
Kevin Hart said,
headlines
"Fuck
from
you."
all of these 5 things
We won't talk about
hit
it.
at the same time.
Right.
Kevin Hart says he ain't talking about it. And that's why I choose not to talk about it, because whatever you say, it's a headline that's going to say something else, and it just lives.
And
So
now we're talking about it.
you're on promo. I'm on promo tours. People are like, well, why are you doing the promo run? Because I got a fucking movie that's in theaters.
He got out to surprise the audience. They started screaming out, "Host the Oscars! Why you not?" I'm like,
do it,
damn.
Kev. Do it, man. Do it for us, man. Shit.
Who is us?
Yo, I swear to God, let me tell you something. This shit is taking my celebrity to another level. I'm talking like walking in the street, you just hear people in the car, do it, man. me, come on, Kev. Host the Oscars, man. You can do it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man.
So you're not gonna do it?
I'm not talking about this shit any goddamn more. I didn't know how big of a thing, it's big.
Yeah.
And this ain't to, talk about myself. It's not like I'm a small individual in this business. This shit
physically.
Yeah,
but not
not
physically.
this shit is so big to the world. It's been headline news for the longest. I was on Sway, and they went to talk to me about it. I was like, didn't it just break that R. Kelly was doing some more shit with these kids? Why y'all care about me and these tweets,
Forget
man?
that.
Yeah.
The government shut down.
Yeah, man, what about this
There's
shit?
a lot of other things.
We don't have airport security. Y'all don't want to talk about this shit? Why y'all talking about me in these tweets, man?
But what is the greatest lesson you've learned? Let's look for the silver lining, I guess. What's the greatest lesson you've learned?
There is no lesson. People keep asking me about a fucking lesson.
It's just unfortunate.
There's no lesson. The lesson was learned because it was learned 10 years ago when the shit stopped.
Yeah.
Don't fucking ask me about it no more. Like, it's a 10-year gap that showed lesson learned.
Right.
I didn't learn shit from this. I already learned it. Don't talk to me about it no more. I don't want to say shit else about it.
And what's crazy is you're in this new movie, The Upside, and you have such a different type of role, and it's so interesting.
What's crazy is that the movie goes hand in hand with what the fuck is going on in my life.
They're saying that it's an Oscar-worthy role for you.
Listen.
You could have been hosting yourself.
Here's what's crazy about the movie, okay, and what's going on. The movie is about accepting change, accepting growth. I swear to God. The movie is about understanding an individual after you get to know the individual.
Right.
It's judgment. These two characters place judgment on one another based off of the outside. They're basing it off of, I guess you can just say,
Perception.
Right.
All right? White, rich, gotta be happy. Black, ex-con, gotta be a fucking criminal forever. And until they get in depth about one another and understand why they feel the way that they feel, they're not able to help. And when they help, it's showing that, oh shit,
Yeah.
there is another side of life that I can be fortunate enough to still look forward to, even though I thought that I didn't have anything. Oh, fuck, I am angry because of my past and being next con. But you know what? This guy's giving me another piece of information that acts as motivation and inspiration and makes me feel like there is something that I can do, even though I felt like the world didn't want me to do it. It's taking people and putting people in a position where they can evolve.
Right.
And in today's time, you forget that people do change. You forget this shit does get different.
They don't let you, though. I always said this era would never let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X. As soon as you come around with that,
There's no shot.
Yep.
There's no shot.
Yep.
I was talking about, I was like, what happened to the word oops? When did we forget fucking oops? Like, oops? Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad, man. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, when did that become the thing that was overlooked? We're living in a really weird time, man, where people just have to. I think we need to go backwards a little bit.
No, that's the problem now.
No.
I feel
When I say backwards a little bit, I'm saying to remember that this wasn't always the way of the world.
That nobody's
Culture
perfect,
shift
right?
perfect.
Yeah,
Put it in
This
some
perfect
type of
shit.
context.
Absolutely.
No,
Like,
it's like
things
some
have to be in
perfect.
context. You have to put things in context of when it happened, what the world was like at that time,
Why do we
what
have
our
to-
sensitivities were.
I just don't understand why we even have to explain that. Why that isn't common sense? Why is that not common sense?
Well,
That's the part that I don't understand.
Not to give any spoilers, but the movie's out today, and Kevin Hart is playing with a penis in the movie.
You're playing with
It's
the
not
penis.
his.
I'm not playing.
It's not
Yes,
your
you-
penis.
You're
I'm
not.
not playing with penis. I'm a caretaker in the movie.
Oh.
Okay.
So you playing with the guy's
Matter of
penis.
fact, let me be careful the way I say this.
By the way,
Careful.
I would like to say a homophobic person would never play that role.
Let me see something. Okay. I am a caretaker in the movie, and as a caretaker, my job is to
Wash the guy.
handle Bryan Cranston's character Phil, who is a quadriplegic.
You gave him a bath.
And
No,
in this
he did
particular
not.
scene, he needed his catheter changed. And you know, this is a guy that's just I'm not qualified for the job. So, you know, to do it, he has to talk me through it. And it's a funny scene, but it's an uncomfortable scene for my character Dell. Not for me as a person, because I understand.
Well, did you have
task
to
at hand.
practice to learn that
We
part?
actually did. I actually had to work with a real caretaker. I spent time with. We spent
Wow.
time with a real caretaker. Brian spent time with people who were quadriplegic, and we wanted to make sure that we went as in depth as we possibly could to bring light and awareness to people that are in this position and that work in this world, because it's another world, man, that you walk away with so much respect for.
You wouldn't
know?
even think about all the things that you would have to do for somebody that's
Oh my God!
quadriplegic.
Oh my God! Just when the true story, the fact that it's a true story, is mind blowing. And what's crazy is that the guy Phil is filthy rich, filthy fucking rich guy, and thinking that money solves everything is just the wrong perspective, because this is a guy who would take all that money and give it away to move his thumb, you know, or to actually feel what it's like to tie a sneaker or put on the shoe. Like, it's when you put things into real perspective and see what hands some people in life are dealt versus the things that you deem as problems and you deem as you know, craziness in your life, you would take two steps back and just analyze yourself. And
So you didn't touch a penis in this movie?
well, I don't
did.
understand why we hung up. It's acting.
That's all you got out of this?
That was a good selling
He's
point.
being
I'm like,
serious,
really?
and that's all you got out of this.
It's acting. So,
Oh, okay.
So you know
So, yes.
where it's
It's like a catheter. You have to squeeze the head.
okay.
Right?
Well, first of all, what we had. let's just clear this
How
up
you know
right
you?
now.
Because he
let's
said
just-
it in the
Oh,
movie.
oh,
He was
tell me
Let's just
squeezing
about
the
clear.
head.
On the
great.
acting day, just for you guys to know, it was a prop. It was just a piece. It was a piece
fake
of
penis.
wood. No, it wasn't even a fake penis. Just a piece of wood. It's just a
Piece
it's
of
just-
wood.
it's just
Okay.
and it just goes
Please
up.
don't stop doing that with your hand.
Well, no, it's because I'm telling you, because somebody pulls a string, and that's how it went up. Brian had. So
what'd you do with the wood?
Here's what I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to understand two things. One, God is real.
Right.
Two. The sun is gonna shine every morning, regardless of how you feel and what you want. Okay, it's a good movie though, man. It's
It's great.
a good movie. I'm happy that this was my movie that I chose to take that first step into that dramatic side of acting. I mean,
But still
working
very
with,
funny at the
it
same
is.
time.
It has a lot of
definitely
good
has some
personal
great
moments.
comedy.
It's just it's a grounded, real performance. And I mean, working with Bryan Cranston, Nicole Kidman, definitely was a bonus. I mean, I was blown away at the fact that I was on set with those two amazing actors and actresses, of course. And you know, I think the movie speaks for itself. People are going to walk away from it pleasantly surprised. It's really good.
Why does Kevin Hart have to get into the world of drama, though? Kevin Hart is on top of the world of
Yes.
comedy, making all of this money.
Yes.
Why even start taking on serious roles?
I just want to have a full resume when it's all said and done. You know, I wanted to go in a complete circle where I could say that I did everything as much as I possibly could. And, you know, it's not like I just threw the craziest drama at my fan base to start out. Like, if I'd have came out and did, like, the craziest, darkest thing, you're going to be like, what the fuck, Kev? Why is he... Come on, stop it, Kev. You're not even going to believe me in that situation. I want to baby step my way into that world. So doing this, and then after, I think in September, I'm going to do another movie called Fatherhood, which is a little darker, a little more serious. Then you go back and do some more comedies, and then I'm going to go and
What's
do...
Fatherhood about?
Fatherhood is a real serious movie about a guy who's married, has a child, and his wife dies on the delivery table.
Wow.
And he's forced to deal with this child by himself without having any capability of being a parent. And it becomes a tug of war and a battle between her side of her family that feels like he's just incompetent,
Not capable.
and he can't have this child, and they want to take the child from him. And him and the two people that are on his side that basically are telling him to step up to the plate and accept the challenge. but he's, tormented. He lost his wife. He lost the one person that was ready and that put him in a space where he felt like he was living from a we standpoint. And the fact that it's just him, he can't. It's a dope story.
Is the current cultural climate that's making it difficult for comedians driving you to drama, Kev?
No, but the climate is getting a little fucked up.
Yeah.
I think it's fucked up for those who allow it to be. As a comedian, you rise to the occasion, but also we're forgetting the job of a comedian. A comedian's job is to say what others think. People think about stuff, but they never say it. A comedian's job has always been to say those things. Granted, some stuff is offensive. Some stuff can be on the line of just, way too aggressive. Distasteful. And there was a time and period when that was the case. People who didn't like that just didn't watch it. People didn't go to those shows if they didn't like that particular comedian. And now I feel like there's a new thing where people that don't necessarily like certain comments made by certain comedians bring a whole lot of light and of attention to that comedian, but you never supported that comedian in the first place.
Right.
So I don't know why people are so afraid to just go, I don't fucking like you. I'm not gonna, that's not my cup of tea, I don't like country music. It don't mean that when I hear country music, I'm going to say something about every country singer.
Right.
That's just not my taste. That's not what I'm into. So with comedy, we need to get back to a place where people realize if things are distasteful, it means it's not for you. But there is an audience for it. But at the same time, as comedians, we should also be aware of the level of sensitivity and be understanding to the communities and the races and ethnicities that are now stepping up and speaking on what they like and don't like. It's our job to walk a line, and if you choose to sway it, that's your personal choice as a comedian. Me personally, I don't have to do that. I don't have to tiptoe anymore because I can be funny without being disrespectful. It's never been, that's not my cup of tea of comedy.
Right.
I've
So-
always looked at you as positive and upbeat. But
Always.
do you ever get stressed out sometimes just seeing the things that you're like, damn, they just don't understand me. They don't get it. I didn't mean that. I'm not that person. Do you ever be like,
I don't get stressed out because you don't live for other people. Right. I think the day that you guys start giving your opinion on radio and you do it in a way where you're saying what people want you to say, then you're not doing you. You're no longer a voice.
Right.
You're no longer DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God if you're doing what the world is pressuring you to do. The dope thing about being an individual is being yourself. So I don't feel pressure about you don't get me. You don't get me. You just don't support me. I guess that's a.
There was a couple of years ago, your house got broken into and they stole a lot of your valuable stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of people been getting caught, and they've been returning a lot of people's stuff. I think Usher, they got some Usher stuff returned it to them. Did they ever find any of your things?
I ain't got shit back. I ain't got a goddamn thing back.
Nothing at all.
They got some good shit for me too. I ain't got nothing back.
Nothing at all.
I got a high security bill. That's what I got down. That's what I have now.
You ever been out and seen somebody with something on and you was like, you know what, that looked like it possibly could have been mine?
I seen some kids in some dope jackets that I thought could have came from my household. Some tailored leather jackets that I turned around and I was like, hey, a little too young to know where that jacket came from. It looked like my Saint Laurent jacket. No, that shit.
They took clothes too?
They took clothes. They took everything when they got in mine. Everything.
You didn't have a security system?
Security system. So?
right?
What is that?
Everyone does.
Who doesn't have a security system? You think criminals can't get past the security system?
Yeah.
That's what a mask is for. That's what the whole the title of being experienced. So now I have personnel.
How many watches do you have now? Since
That's
I know
none of
you
your
buy
goddamn
yourself a watch?
business.
Talk about
That's
that
none
no
of your
more.
goddamn
No, you
business.
say you always buy yourself a watch.
I don't know what I have. I don't know what I have.
Do you have more than
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather?
I don't know what I have. I don't know what I have. Okay, if people tend to look at my wrist from time to time, that's on them. You don't hear from me. And I don't know how many sneakers I have. I don't know how many cars or homes I have. As far as you're concerned, I don't have a goddamn thing. Okay? All right? I don't have a goddamn thing.
No,
You,
no, no, R.
you brought
Kelly's-
up something. You brought up something earlier, right?
What's that?
Why are we not discussing the fact that culture shifted a lot, like the way we talk, the way we joke, the things we joked about? Like, shouldn't that change in culture matter?
Here's the real thing that people fail to realize. You're a product of your environment. All right? I don't care what people say. you know what you're around. North Philadelphia, born and raised.
In the
My
playground
dad,
is where
yeah,
you
I
spent
mean,
most of my
I
days.
almost actually didn't said the whole song. What are you raised on? What style of comedy are you raised on? You're raised on Pryor. You're raised on Murphy. You're raised on Red Fox, Bernie Mac. Your father, your uncles, your cousins. This is what's around you. What words are being used and thrown around that you guys say in comfort? When you are in that environment, that's all you do. So when you step out that environment, you're taking that behavior with you. It's not till you step out of that comfortable environment and you see how other people act that you go, oh shit. Oh wait, let me shut up, man. You say I shouldn't say what? Why? Oh, real? For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh my bad. I had no idea because from where I'm from, this is what we do.
Right.
I used to say midgets all the time. It wasn't until I got around a little person that I found out that the word midget is looked at as a slur. Like
When
it's
you
looked
are
down
height,
on.
though, you
Yeah.
can't use that
You
kind
can
of
always say,
I would be
you're on the
offended
fence
too
with
if I was a
that.
little person and
Well.
somebody our height was saying that to me.
Well, I'm just saying, the fact that I didn't know,
Yeah.
and I found out from being around someone that made me aware, gave me the opportunity to change.
You was
I
around
had to
midgets? I mean, around little people?
I was around some little people, and I said it, and
They
I
were
got
like,
a look, and I was
I'm
like,
not
"What's
gonna lie, I
wrong?"
really hope they get offended at you by this interview.
I took- look, I
would
corrected
love to
it
hear your
instantly.
apology
It
to.
ain't gonna be one. It ain't gonna be one. Listen, I corrected it.
But you know what I
instantly.
don't like when you tell people that something's offensive like that, the word midget's offensive, but they're like, well, why? I think little person sounds worse. Like
Yeah.
I've had this argument. I'm like,
You can't
it's
do
not
that.
about you
Yes,
though.
you
It's
can't
not
do
about
that.
what you think.
You can't do that. Once you are made aware, and then you have the knowledge of it, then you don't have no excuse.
Right.
But I'm saying you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
People forget that you gotta know.
Right.
So when you say those times back then, you know already. It's not like we're ignorant to it. All you gotta do is go look at all of TV and all of comedy.
Movies,
Go look at
everything,
movies,
music.
everything. Go look at it.
Y'all love Snoop now, but Snoop did bitches ain't shit
Go-
but hoes and tricks.
Go look at all of it, just from the way that women were talked to and about, the way that those slurs were used, homophobic slurs were used. Just look at those times and look at what was comfortable. Now, when you go past 2010, 2011, that's when things started to, oh shit,
Yeah.
we got a shift in PC.
Right.
And politically correct behavior. That's when the shift started. But if you go back to 2000 to 2008, 9,
Yikes.
we in some the verbal warfare was ridiculous. And if you go back to the 90s,
Oh God.
it was even worse.
Worse, yeah.
Thank
way
God
worse.
there was no social media.
It was even worse if you go back to the 90s. So for people now, I just think that, we just need to let's go and just tap the reality side of things.
Like,
But
when you
you
know
know-
better, you do better.
But I think it also depends. Like, okay, back to the movie. Harvey Weinstein originally was attached to this movie, and they had to clear all of that up and get him off as executive producer and all of that. But sometimes things happen that affect people later, like how men talk to women if they're in a position of power that might prevent that woman then from getting further in their career. That could have been something that happened back then,
Yes.
but has affected a woman to this day. How should that be handled?
Well, I mean, when you talk about, him and the movie, at one point the movie was trying to be halted in general. Just stopped. And people had to be made aware that everybody isn't him. There's a crew of people, hundreds of people that worked on the film, from production, from catering to transportation to producers to to the directors to the actors, people that were looking at this as a shot of change in life and success or resume. So they had to understand, hey, separate that and let him deal with him over there, but the product shouldn't be a part of his consequence.
Right.
And when you say the people that were affected by those things, that from them and how times are, of course, different and looked at, but still carry that burden, I think that light needed to be shined. So people that were affected by it, especially women, felt comfortable about getting that off their chest. That's a hell of a weight to carry for anybody. So I'm nobody to judge and say, come on, man, why are you coming out with that shit now? You have every right to. If that's a burden that you've personally carried that's affected your well-being in your life, I can only imagine what it's like when you finally say it to go,
Right.
Yeah.
I can now breathe. So I support and stand with it, and I think, you know, there's some that have tried to take advantage of that and get in on that train that may not have been in the same level, you know, as some of these women that truly were affected. Some women try to tarnish it by jumping in and having things that weren't true, and then that made this look bad. It got weird for a second. But I'm glad that the people that did decide to stand up stood up.
What is the proper way to handle old comments, old tweets, old jokes? What's the proper way to handle that?
There is no proper way. You gotta, if you've changed and you move on, then you've done. I got nothing to say, guys. What do you want me to say?
Well, you're an executive, so you give talent opportunities.
CEO.
Would you ever not give someone an opportunity?
Chief executive.
Chief executive, I'm sorry. Would you ever not give someone an opportunity based off old tweets or old comments or old jokes?
No. Why? I don't understand that. Why? I'm judging you from high school. I'm going back to your college days when you were supposed to be stupid. What am I?
Does it depend on what those comments were, though?
How many things? All right. How many times have you said some racist shit playing around?
Who you talking to, me?
I mean, just anybody. A lot. How many times have you said some racist shit?
Charlamagne got a jar of mayonnaise right there by your floor.
Just playing around. Like not being malicious with it.
Right.
Just playing around.
What if somebody was on
think
Twitter
everybody has.
10 years
Everybody
ago
has.
and was like,
Everybody
I
has.
hate black people. I hope they all die. And then now they're looking for a job.
It's you're gonna like if you're a hypocrite and you can't say to yourself, it's like having a child. Your child comes home and your child got in trouble in school for cheating on the test. You're pissed off, but you're not gonna look at yourself and go, God damn,
I did that.
I did the same shit.
Yeah.
I did the same fucking shit. I cheated on the test. Now, you may not say it to your kid because you got to be firm and stand your ground and make sure he understands it's wrong or she understands it's wrong, but you did it.
Right.
If your child is out in the back setting shit on fire and you come out and catch him and you see burnt paper all over the place, are you going to fucking look at your kid like he's the most ridiculous kid ever? Are you going to remember that you used to do the same shit too?
Right.
Did you hooky school? Did you fucking take a girl or a guy and let him over your house at some point in time? Like, everybody makes
done
the
some
same
bullshit.
dumb shit because you're supposed to do dumb shit. You're supposed to. That's the only way that you get to be an adult. A polished adult is to do dumb shit.
How did you look at the R. Kelly docuseries, especially with you having a daughter?
I talked to my daughter immediately after.
You and me both. And what
And
did
my
you think
son.
about it? And what did you say?
I talked to my daughter immediately after first. And I made sure that she understood that I'm not just her father, I'm her friend.
Right.
And I said it's very important for you to feel comfortable talking to me about anything. I said some of the most uncomfortable things that you may not want to tell anybody, you can always tell me. I want you to really understand that because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help forever. I'm your dad, but I'm here to help. I can't help if you don't talk to me. I can't help if I don't know. And then I explained to her just, I know you know, but I need to reiterate inappropriate behavior from anybody. Anybody. Family, relatives, friends, anybody. What's deemed as inappropriate that I should know. Because the scariest thing is your child going through that.
Absolutely.
That's the scariest thing in the world. To not know and find out at a later age that your child goes, when I was 12 or 13, Uncle Rodney or Aunt Judy did
Yes, yeah.
what? And you didn't know? I'm not capable of having that information. I'm not capable of finding anything like that out and going through the system and getting correct. There's no shot. I'm not capable. I'm telling you now, it's over. It all comes down because there's no way that I'm not going
To take action.
because that's my child.
Right.
So I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not telling any other parent what they should do. I'm telling you what I'm going to see red. There is no in between.
Right.
So for me, I need to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can today to make my kids feel as comfortable as they can and understand that I'm their friend. And I'm also an example to my kids that, we ain't gonna be perfect. You see your dad firsthand fuck up. You see me face it. I stand in the shit. It's who I am. It's the nature of life, honey. It's the nature of life, son. But the one thing that we're always gonna do is we're going to confront it. We're going to talk. This family shit is for real. We're going to keep this together. So I want her to have that understanding, especially. Then I have my son have it. And then I say, y'all bond is closer than mine's to y'all's. Because I know y'all talk about shit that y'all never tell me. I know you're cussing every day you leave this house. Both of you. I know that you got secrets that you're sharing with each other. That's fine. But when one of those secrets that y'all telling each other get too deep, then one of y'all better tell on the other and y'all better come to me. Or your mother. Somebody got to know. And from watching that docuseries, the toughest thing for me was just how a celebrity can affect an individual.
Yeah.
How that bright light can make people fold or feel or, just not give a fuck.
You never realized that performing in front of 50,000, 80,000 people?
I'm saying but this told it from a different lens.
Right.
This showed a different level of I don't care. It was and all I wanted to do. I don't care. I'm in love, and this is who I don't care.
Or maybe it shows how you can use your
The power for good or
Because
for
you can
evil.
use yours for good, or you can use it for evil, like R. Kelly was.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The craziest thing was the court shit. While going in,
Yeah.
it's court. I'm fine. I'm
People still
going
had his
in
back,
to deal
yeah.
with this shit, and you got the people having his back.
Still meeting
And
young.
then he's still meeting the young chick at the court. That was the most fucked up thing for me.
Or
After-
to even have the girl that was on the tape say it wasn't her. And the family say it wasn't her.
Right.
After seeing the victims, do you think it's appropriate for comedians to make jokes about the R. Kelly situation?
Comedy is comedy, man. You can find a joke in anything.
Yeah.
You can find a joke in anything.
Cause we talked to one of the victims, Lisa. What was her name? Lisa Van Allen.
Lisa
And
Van
she was
Allen.
saying it was frustrating, like watching Dave Chappelle pee on you, or just hearing people joke about R. Kelly. And in my mind, I'm thinking we just clowning R. Kelly, but like she said, there was people who were really getting peed on.
Once again, I understand that, and I truly can see the frustration that one would have, but you have to also understand the mindset of a comedian does not go that far and in depth. The mindset of a comedian is, oh shit, this funny. I'm gonna say this tonight.
Yeah.
There literally isn't a step past it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I want people to understand that it's not as in depth as you think it is. With who am I hurting, who am I affecting, and what's going to happen, what's the change, that's not the mindset of a comedian. It's oh shit, what the fuck? Hey, you think it's funny real quick?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try it tonight. And if I get a laugh, that's my justification for my funny thought. If I don't get a laugh, it's damn, that shit was ass. I ain't gonna do
Or
that
what
no
if somebody's like, that's funny, but I don't know if you should say it.
I mean, you don't know that
gotta
because
think, yeah.
you're doing it by you on your notepad by yourself. So you're taking a risk by yourself. Everything with comedy is a gamble. You throwing a dice every time. You might not laugh at this shit, and that's the gamble that I'm taking. Or you may love it. If you love it, then I bet on the right shit. If you don't, I gotta grab the dice again. I gotta put my money on something else. So when you say, is it appropriate? Is it my style of comedy? No. So for me, no. But for others, would I understand why it's an easy target and why you're saying certain things? I would. I'm not gonna. It's just like political comedy. Saturday Night Live talk about Donald Trump every weekend because it's easy for them. It's easy. Donald Trump looks at it as malicious attacks, and you know what I'm saying? It's easy for them. This is our style of comedy. We do this well. Oh shit, he did this. Let's do an impersonation of him doing this, and then we're gonna bring this in. It's easy. It's not with the intent all the time of ill will and maliciousness on the other side.
Did you have ill will and maliciousness when you did the Cowboys and Indians party?
Yo, I'm telling you the fucked up thing about that. I had no idea until I got home. And the crazy thing is, it's a party planner that put it together for my wife.
Yeah.
It's kids. It's 1-year-old kids. And they weren't running around doing anything offensive. It was just blankets. And they had some teepees that the kids could sit in outside. And they had food that was out there. And it was cake for the kids. And that's it. There was nothing else. but social media enhances everything.
But no, a lot of Native Americans were offended.
Here's the thing: you're offended, but they're offended as if there's another thought that went behind
like
it.
you purposely did.
You're
Yes,
saying
like
the
there's-
intent wasn't.
There's no intent behind it at all. There's, oh my God, you know what? We found these cute blankets and the kids, what if we gave them some outfits to take pictures in? Okay, dope. Okay, we're gonna set it up at the house and this is what's done. There's a party planner and they do it and then you get there and you're like, oh, all right, well, cool. Kids look like they're having fun. There is no outright attack on the Native Americans. There's no malicious intent behind me going, look at us, because we racist and we don't like the Native Americans. And the next morning, when it's said, I'm like, oh shit, I can see why they would say that. But that's not the case. But what I'm gonna do, defend it? Where do I go now? What do I say?
A lot of them felt like you apologized to the LGBT community, but not them
But
for
I'm saying,
offending them.
I'm saying, what do I say? Hey guys, I'm sorry for a party that I knew nothing about that got done, that I got home and saw. You guys think that I'm planning the kids' parties? Mm-hmm. Does that with my time? You think I'm doing my son's 1-year-old party? Or you think that I just got home and it's Sunday morning and I wake up, hey honey, come down here and take these pictures with the kids. You see, I'm in a goddamn Nike hat. I'm in a Nike hat with flip-flops on. Mm-hmm. All right, babe. Oh, hey, to my party planner. Hey guys, I don't even know the goddamn theme. Next morning I see it. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw my people under the bus. They did this. I mean, nobody did it with that intent.
Right.
So you can't apologize unless you know what you're apologizing for.
What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? What did I do? What did I do, guys? I didn't do shit.
So next year, no more Cowboys in the
I told her don't have another fucking theme party at all. Don't you do another theme party. Don't do no fucking themes. Don't do shit. Because we're living in a time where everything can be critiqued.
Yeah, I think that they were saying that, they were trying to explain to you why it was offensive and you were like not even trying to listen to what they had to say.
We were on our radio show, all right? And this is another thing where shit gets taken out of context. Mm-hmm. So it gets brought up on my radio show, Straight from the Heart. And my friends are talking about it. It's like, they on your ass, Kev, because of this kid's party. I was like, what? Who's on my ass? He said, Native Americans are mad at you because of your 1-year-old's party. I said, what are you talking about? Well, the 1-year-old party. I'm not talking about this boy's party. Why am I going to sit up here and address this? He said, I'm just letting you know. It was on the news. Hey, man, I guess I'm on the news every other day. I'm not talking about that. I didn't even go in depth because of what it was.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they upset because of the theme behind the Native Americans and the Cowboys. And I'm like, the boy is 1 year old. My wife did a party. I didn't know what that was. I said the same day the Redskins and Cowboys was playing, which has been a problem forever. That's been something that people have had a problem with forever. But you want to bring attention to this 1-year-old?
Well, maybe Kevin Hart has more power than the Cowboys and Redskins nowadays.
I guess I do. If I'm just getting all this attention, I'm just learning to fucking take it in stride,
and
brother.
if you're apologizing to midgets and you're apologizing to the LGBT community.
Little people. You don't apologize.
You keep on saying
God.
apologize
you know
to
what?
people.
To Native Americans that were offended by the party that was thrown for my son, I apologize.
So are you going to host the Oscars now?
Man, shut up, man.
Saying shit about that, man. Okay.
How you just step all over the Native Americans apologize with your stupid ass Oscar question?
Yeah, you know what? Let me give my sincere Native American apology. I apologize to the Native Americans that may have been offended by the theme that was put behind my 1-year-old's party. It was not done with malicious intent.
Boom.
Educational
Right? Is that good?
experience for
Educational
a lot of people.
experience.
Are you afraid that as you continue to grow and control your own destiny the way that you are, you get bigger than life?
I'm afraid that I'm going to run out of apologies. I'm afraid that it's going to.
Don't mess up this sincere apology.
No, I'm not. I'm just afraid like that if you have to keep doing it, like at some point, like what is going to be deemed okay and not?
There's just one more apology you got to do.
Which one?
Lord.
There was a lady that said she went to your show.
Oh God.
Why do you keep cutting off the good stuff? Wait a second, we'll get to that.
I want to hear it.
Because there's a lady that went to your show.
Okay.
And she said she needed her cell phone to I guess, to
she
check
was sick.
her
She had to check her
sugar
level
levels.
of sugar.
Okay.
And she said that she was kicked out of the show.
Apologize
get her
to everybody
money
with
back.
diabetes right now, Kev.
I
Kev?
apologize.
She did call here and say that.
I apologize for you not being able to get to your phone. at my show to check your sugar level.
So what are people supposed to do that are diabetic
Hey, I'm gonna
at
be
your
honest with
show?
you, Ange. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ange. I don't know. I don't know, Ange. There's signs all over the place that say don't pull your phone out.
I know.
There's also let me tell you what else there are.
know.
Let me tell you what else there are. There's not only signs that say don't pull your phone out. There's announcements in the beginning of the show. If you have diabetes and you have to check your sugar level, you don't have to do it right there. You can get up and go to the bathroom
It's a safe zone.
and check your sugar level. You can get up and walk in the tunnel and check your sugar level.
What if I'm already dizzy?
You can get up. You can get up. Here's the thing, man, with these people. People will find some shit to complain about, man. There's always a flip side.
Sometimes it's hard when there's a lot of people and you're in the middle.
Get
and you gotta
your
walk past,
ass up.
Excuse me.
You can get up and go do it in a place where it's not going to affect the show. My show is set up for people to enjoy the show without the interference of phones and recording and X, Y, and Z. I work very hard to put this production together. Spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a week on this production. I think it's a simple ask for an hour and a half to an hour and 40 minutes for you to keep your phone up until you walk out. If you got anything that you need to do, all you got to do is get up, walk out, cut your phone on, do it, come back and enjoy the show. This is a distraction. This acts as a visual distraction to those that are watching the show. For the last time, how I say I've addressed everything, I'll address this one more time. I've definitely said it several fucking times. Bet you can't find tape of that either, okay? You cannot treat comedy like music. Music, you can hear the same song over and over again. You can dance over and over again. When you hear a joke, you heard it. You heard it. It ain't funny after you heard it. When things go viral, they spread. If I'm touring and I'm going city to city, country to country, I'm going all over the globe. If you putting up my material, how am I supposed to perform for these other people that have paid good money to see the live show? That's why I'm so strict with the cell phone policy. How do people not understand that? How do people not understand that?
Oh, I understand.
I can't tour.
You didn't.
I can't tour
Understand.
if you put my show up online. I can't film a special and the special be a big deal if you put the jokes up online.
Well, Kev, you already got enough money. I got to get these likes and these retweets.
Well, that's my point. The likes and the
Exclusive
retweets.
Kevin
What
Hart
about
joke.
me?
Yes, this is the likes and the retweets
Kick your ass out.
are fucking up the rally, which is why I boot you. I boot you and I give you your money back. I have no problem with giving
He
you
don't
money
care
back.
who you are.
I
just wanna
boot
say
you.
that. Yeah, he
No,
will
no.
boot you.
Envy is still upset to this
he will
day.
never get
that
over
he got
that.
thrown
That's
out
why
of
he
the
brought that
goddamn
up, trying to
show.
put it on the woman with
Yeah,
diabetes.
it ain't got nothing to do with her. It's got to do with him. Yeah. You know, Kev said, are you going to keep throwing people out is what I'm asking. That's what it boils down
Let's
to.
not forget the Coldest Balls show also because
Yes.
we haven't even addressed that.
Wait, let me finish this.
Uh-oh.
I apologize to the woman. I know she's suffering from diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that it ended in a bad way. There was no malicious intent behind her getting put out. We didn't know that she had diabetes. So in the future, people that do come to my show, even though my tour is now over, when I tour again, if you have diabetes, you're not put in a place to where you can't treat yourself. Just step out and just do it in the hall.
Speaking of treating them, you should pass out candy for
Okay.
those whose
This-
sugar may be low.
Okay.
Just in
Yeah,
case.
you know what? I will put peppermints under the seats.
There you go. There you go.
So people can reach and grab a peppermint. I don't know what to do anymore, man. They beating me up out here. though.
So, do you think you're getting too big, Kev? I mean, listen, I think you should go out there and get everything God has planned for
Yeah.
you.
And he plans
But
to.
do you ever think that your star is just getting too big?
It's-
He's not going to stifle himself.
I'm not going to stop or slow down anytime soon. I mean, look, I'm about to. I start filming Jumanji February 1st. I'm about to do another movie. I told you, Fatherhood. Secret Life of Pets 2 comes out. Going into production, pre-production on another comedy that we're developing, A Heartbeat. Developing a TV series for myself that's going to shock people and fuck people up. Like, I'm going to do like one season of something just unexpected that's going to blow people away. So my goal is for 2019 to be the shock factor of me and my talent, my acting ability, things that I'm doing just to take people in a different direction. And by 2021, I'm gonna go back to stand up, and I'm gonna put out a very controversial hour of comedy.
Ooh.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna flip from good guy, and I'm gonna go bad guy in comedy, because I feel like it's needed. We gotta I just want to wake people up. I need a flip.
I love that you know what you're doing in 2021 already.
I really do.
That's
It's
great.
playing that far ahead.
Has this experience over the past couple of weeks changed your opinion of Hollywood any?
That's a very good question, Charlamagne. I'm going to choose to not answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question. But definitely, you know, you can look at things through a different lens. I can now look at things through a different lens. Not necessarily in a negative way, just in an enlightened. I've been enlightened.
Do you think
So-
you think black celebrities get treated differently?
That's tough, man, because yeah, there is a racial stigma in Hollywood that can't be ignored. And there is a cloud. There is a cloud. And if you choose to stand under that cloud and just fucking complain about it, then you're a part of it and not changing it. I don't wanna be in that conversation. So I try my best to change and maneuver correctly. In doing that, you gotta just be strong and stand tall at the moments where you're supposed to, and you gotta break ground. And you gotta, you know, fuck up the grid. You gotta do things that just people aren't expecting you to do, while still progressing. You're not doing it to be an asshole. You're doing it to stay true to you, and still moving, still keeping relationships intact, still understanding the business, but understanding the bigger picture. My bigger picture is getting to a point of success where the opportunities that I'm bringing in for others are endless. So I can't stop and get too focused on me and personal anger that I may have or may not have and fuck up the ultimate goal. If I'm trying to get to the billion, you can't do it without these relationships. You're not. It's not going to happen. So you make sure that you're just respectful and true. Make sure you're honest. You have a nice high level of self-awareness and pride and respect, not just for you, but for others as well. And on your march, people will see that and understand that, and they'll continue to roll with you. And when you get to this point that you want to get, now I go, the door's open, come on. But the change that we're looking for isn't going to come if more people don't have this mindset of, I'm opening up the door, now come on. We got to get more people to the door. So the goal is to get to the door. I'm almost at the door. And in getting this close to the door, you're gonna deal with shit like this. I'm quite sure this isn't the last thing that I'll be dealing with publicly. I'm quite sure that there'll be more.
Right.
And, right now, you just gotta understand that, embrace that, and look at the long-term goal.
Keep it pushing.
That's it. I gotta get there. When I get there, we're gonna celebrate, because everybody's gonna look back at, oh my God, he said he was gonna do it, he did it, and he said the reason why he wanted to do it was to create opportunities, and I'll be damned if Heartbeat Production, Laugh Out Loud, all these entities aren't doing just that.
Now, I was very relieved because originally when you were going to come up here, they were trying to do this extravagant plan where we all had to sit in freezing cold tubs.
I wanted to do it.
I was gonna
down to do
go to
Cold
school.
Boys.
I
So
was gonna-
listen, so I agreed to do it.
Did you? They said you was the only one that didn't want to do it.
That's not true.
I was with it.
I said yes, reluctantly, but I did say yes, and then they said logistically it wasn't going to work out, and I said, whew.
No, it was too long. I said we can't sit in them tubs that long, because y'all, these interviews go. And I was like, I'm not staying in that fucking tub that long.
Oh, so you don't be in there when you do Cold Ball? You don't be in there that long?
I gotta get in and out.
Shrinkage.
Oh, got you.
Well, that's just, I don't think that's neither here nor there. I think we're focusing on the wrong things. But there's definitely times where I don't get up in the camera after we're done. I get up and turn my back immediately to the camera. All right, give me a second, everybody. No, but the show is dope as hell. We should find a way for you guys to do it, because the show's only getting bigger. It's only getting more successful. And you know, the ratings and awareness behind it is massive. So I've been focusing on athletes, but I think I'm gonna start and go out to other individuals to share it. It'd be dope to flip it and reverse it and interview y'all in the tub. Just put y'all in one tub.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
one
not-
tub. That'd be dope.
Somebody in here farts a lot, Envy.
Envy, you gotta say money. No, I
I'm
wanted
not
to ask
sitting in
too.
the tub with somebody farting.
We talked about one of your worst shows one time, and you told us about somebody throwing a chicken bone and hitting you in the head.
True story. Atlantic City. Sweet cheeks. Never forget it.
Now, Tiffany Haddish had a bad show New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Did you call your little sister after that?
Called her right after.
And what did she say? What was the conversation like?
I called her. I jumped in her ass a little bit. Told her that, you know, this isn't anybody else's fault. You know, this is you. It's your job right now to be prepared. And, you know, it's happening very fast for Tiffany.
Very fast.
Everything's happening very fast for Tiffany. And I just want her to be aware of how fast it's happening, just to make sure that you don't overextend yourself to where you're not giving yourself the best opportunity to be great. Make sure that you're giving yourself the best opportunity. You have to work on this craft. And, you know, when things are moving at the pace that they're moving, sometimes you forget the work that has to go into some stuff. It was just me reiterating what I know she already knows, and, you know, just making sure that she's okay from it. You know, unfortunately it happened. Can't do nothing about it. So it's time to move on and just make sure that your upcoming tour is a great one.
And make people put their cameras away at your shows.
Right, I was thinking that same
Because
thing.
I'm sitting there like, oh, no, and no disrespect to the dude, I don't know the dude. That's kind of like you invading my territory. You kind of should have got swung on by my security.
Well-
or at least grabbed up or something.
Yeah, that was very disrespectful.
Word is born, yo.
Here, once again, you're living
For
at a
people
time.
who haven't seen explain what happened.
This guy got
I
up
just
and
saw
he
the
was
dude with the
filming
camera.
himself, and he was like, you know, kind of going in on her, and it went viral. But it was just very rude to do that
It
to
was rude,
somebody
yeah, it
when.
was.
Well, you're living in a time where negativity is celebrated.
Yes.
You know, this is negativity is the shit now.
Right.
Nobody wants to see the good. You know, we just want to see the bad. And because we want to see the bad, that's what viral is about. Going viral isn't about the funny dope shit. It's about the bad shit. So when you know that that's the push behind the intent of so many now, it kind of just fucks everything up. Like, you know, are you coming to see my shows to laugh and see what's good? Or are you looking for the train wreck to catch and be a part of the scene when it happens? It's what's the real intent behind support these days? If you're riding with a person, then ride with them. You know, if you're going to be there for the good days, then support their bad.
I hope
That's
she
what I was
uses
saying.
this in her next stand-up, because I was thinking about Dave Chappelle and how he talked about bombing in Detroit, and it wasn't even that long ago, and what happened. He got high, he smoked some weed, and he addressed it, talked about it, and it was hilarious. So in my head, this is something that
Everything becomes material.
she can use.
And Tiff's such a sweetheart. She brought the dude on stage to kick it with him. Man, fuck him. That goes back to you rewarding people
tough.
with the
That's tough.
bullshit.
Right.
That's tough. That's tough right there.
Kev's like,
Now,
not
have
me.
you last time you came up here, you were we were talking about a bunch of other comedians. Have y'all met up with those other comedians to squash the beef and had conversations?
Talk to nobody.
No. Okay.
Talk to nobody.
They not getting no apology. Huh?
I'm talking to nobody.
You sure you don't want to apologize?
Everybody else can get an
I'm
apology
talking
with
to
them.
nobody.
Huh?
I ain't talking to nobody. Me and Mike Blackson cool though. Me and Mike.
You and Michael
Yeah,
Me and
Blackson.
Mike bumped into each other and we talked. Me and Mike
But
talked.
not Epps. Not.
I'm not talking to nobody.
You know, there's one thing I wanted to ask you because I saw you on Ellen, and Ellen wanted you to host Oz.
Right.
And you kind of was like, maybe I'll think about it. But now it's a definite no. What changed between
He said you don't
Ellen?
want to talk about it no more. You just
Now.
gonna keep asking him.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not asking him about. I'm just saying what changed between Ellen and that.
Yeah, I like what you did there. Like
Yeah.
he's
It's like a roundabout
he's asking,
way.
he's asking about it, but he's making it look like he's not asking about it, but he's asking about it. Ellen is one of my closest friends. Ellen is a dear friend of mine, and you know when you see a person that's going to bat for you at that level, you can't not be blown away by that, and you know you can't not receive that. You know, at the moment, I just witnessed the love from a true friend. I saw my friend really be a friend that didn't have to be a friend, and that conversation was authentic. That wasn't a prepped and prepared thing. We didn't talk beforehand, and I had to do the interviews. It was, I'm coming on, Kev. I'm going to talk to you. We're going to talk. I didn't know what the plan was. So when she did that, it was like, that shit was just heartwarming.
Right.
So me saying I would think about it then was a real that was a real reaction. You know, I wasn't given a definite answer then, but she did make me think from a different perspective, seeing what she said and how she said it, and just her love, you know, her love for me. That's a real thing, and I'm forever grateful for that woman. Love her to death, man.
What made you call Don Lemon?
I ain't talking about it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't talking about it. I just didn't like what Don Lemon said, and I called him, and then we talked on the phone.
But y'all good now.
Me and Don Lemon are fine now.
Yeah.
We're fine now.
So we're fine.
We're fine now. We don't have a problem with Don
You
Lemon.
want to apologize to him?
I don't have to apologize to Don Lemon. But I said Don Lemon. I didn't say nothing to Don Lemon. Me and Don Lemon had an off-the-record conversation on the phone, and I made sure that he understand my point of view, and he said some things that made me understand his point of view. And we ended up getting off the phone with a mutual understanding of one another and each other's sides, and there was respect. But we had to get to that place. I had to personally call him so he could hear me talk.
You know, I think people don't understand about you, like, you know, like they say they want you to be an ally to the LGBT community, but you're really an ally to everyone.
I think so. I don't think you can fake good.
Right.
Can't fake good. You can't. Either you're a good person or you're not. You can't pretend that. Like, at some point, it's going to come out that it's not real. Either you got a good heart or you don't. Either you're real or you're a fraud. Either you fucking embrace and love because you're personable, or you're standoffish and it's hard to talk to you. You can't be a person that literally stands on a platform of inspiring and trying to motivate all to be the best version of themselves. The only person I can say does it on a high level in front of a lens is Dwayne. That's Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the only other person I know that every day publicly, hey, everybody, be great, love, give somebody a hug. Hey, listen, National Women's Day. Go out there, let a woman know that you love her.
Is that
hey,
his voice?
fella, he talks stupid. This isn't his voice. He do this dumb shit. Dwayne do this dumb shit. He do like he got a lot of superstar shit with him now, like the eye, you know, shit like that. When you talk to him, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? He's like, hey, look at me. Keep your head up. And he does this shit right here. But he's a genuine good dude that tries his best to put his energy out on others. I'm the same way. I try to take this energy and put it out into the world. Like, that's what I love. I'm not selfish with it.
Yeah.
I'm not selfish with my attitude or my energy. I put it out there. So if you were a person that was divisive, then I would understand it. But I'm not. There's not a divisive, like, where? How do you even associate that with Kevin Hart? How?
So, what's the upside to all this, Kev?
The upside is just go see my movie, man.
Out right now.
Go see the movie.
Definitely go see
Go
it.
see the movie in theaters. It doesn't disappoint.
Yes, you'll definitely enjoy it.
I will say to all, what doesn't break you makes you stronger, man. Keep your shoulders up, regardless of what you're going through in life. There's always something worse. There's something worse. Keep that mindset. It'll make you smile, regardless of what it is, man.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
We
guys.
appreciate it. Kevin Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.